Hey guys, Tech Agent here. We have a full review on the Beyerdynamic DTX 710. This is a fully modded DTX 710, so I'll be talking about the modded one and not the stock sound. So that's something you gotta consider. But I'll still go over the stock sound briefly, but we're gonna mainly talk about the modded sound. Now, if you want to know more about the mod, I'll link a thread down in the description, which I made on the mod and stuff and how you can mod it. So if you are interested in modding it, then check that link in the description. Let's talk about the headphone first. It's a very affordable headphone. On Amazon, I saw it as low as 30 bucks, 40 bucks. So it's affordable, cheap headphone. So you can buy this. It's not something you gotta spend a lot of money on. So it's affordable. That's a great thing. That's something which I really like. Second thing is that it's cheap in terms of build quality. So you have to do some things to make it good, because stock ergonomics are not great. The pads don't fit you perfectly and stuff, so you got to mod and you got to do a lot of stuff. The mods I did was change the ear pads. These are the 990V pads, and put a mini XLR removable cable on it, 3-pin mini XLR. So those are the things I did, and this headphone is fantastic. Stock sound is great. Warm, bit bright in the top end, not exactly a lot, but still balanced. Bass is perfect. Mid bass, fantastic. Really good punch, really good dynamics in the mid bass. You would not expect this from a cheap headphone, but that is what you get. The sub bass is not a lot. It does roll off pretty noticeably, and it's not a great sub bass extension headphone. The excursion factor is really good for a cheap headphone. It's much better than the HE300, which is again saying something, considering this is a cheap headphone. So good excursion factor, decent mid bass, no sub bass, and good upper bass transition to the lower mids, and then pretty much almost flat mid range to a slightly elevated presence region, and again accentuated top end as well. Stock sound, modded sound. These EDT 990V pads make them even bright. The bass rolls off even more than the stock, so get no sub bass at all. Mid bass takes a seat back, and again not a lot of dynamics in the mid bass. The upper bass is the only bass you hear, and that's all you get. So the bass is not so strong with these pads. The mids are all unaffected. I think there is no change in my opinion, but the highs just accentuate a lot, like you would expect from these pads, because these are the 990V pads, not the 770V pads. If you want more bass, then take a look at the 770V pads, but the SQ does change a bit, but the clarity is good. Really good for a cheap headphone. It's almost grain free. It's not as grainy as, I would say it's less grainy than the MA900s, which is again saying something on how amazingly less grainy it is. Everything is just perfect on it. The instrument separation is something I don't like. It's not extremely wide, and instrument A does not sound that far apart from instrument B, so separation is not that good. But with some songs, I did notice that the sense of space with let's say 2 or 3 instruments is really nice. So things sound very wide. It's a very wide sounding headphone. The depth and the width is really impressive, but the separation of instruments is not as good as you would expect. There is a difference between that, so it images really well. Imaging on it is just absolutely marvelous for the price. Very, very unique, and something I've never heard in this price range. Very unique again. I really do like this headphone a lot. It's for a cheap headphone, for a headphone under 50 bucks. It's amazing. The pads are expensive, and so is the modding and stuff. But again, I mean, if you have all that stuff, it's fantastic, because this headphone is really nice for that. The build is again like a cheap headphone. You would not expect great build quality out of it. The comfort is absolutely fantastic with this with these pads. Let me just put them on my head. They're amazingly comfortable. It's like feathers, and these soft pillows against your head, again like the 990Vs are. And I really do like the comfort on these headphones quite a lot. The headband is again padded very nicely. It's velour padding. You would not expect velour, but that is what you get. So very comfy headphone, sounds very good, and it's cheap, so perfect, right? Everything is just amazing about it. I highly recommend this headphone. It's a great headphone. And if you want to know more about the mods, I'll link the thread down below, so take a look at that, in which I talked about the mod and stuff, and what I did and stuff, if you want to do it yourself. So that's pretty much it, guys. I think I'll see you guys tomorrow, or maybe day after tomorrow, with a Denon D320 unboxing, the headphone I gave away. So I picked up another pair, so I'm gonna unbox that. I think tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Pretty much it. I think I'll see you guys next time. All right.